All right, I'm back for Dust 2 US's ongoing coverage of ESL Impact League Season 7 Finals. I'm with STX following an unfortunate loss to FURIA. So, kind of a real different matchup there from what we saw versus the Frenchies earlier today, considering same map, same game plan, but completely different result, especially with that 11-1 start. What went so wrong today for Comets in that second match?
Honestly, we just didn't shoot hard enough on our CT side, and we had trouble falling into our setups. They did a really good job of flushing us out of our closer angles towards B, um, and they played a lot more aggressive towards A, and we didn't really address it with the op properly. They fished a lot through A main and looked for a 1v1 on our anchor, and they were winning it. Honestly, they just played a really tight game trade wise, and their util was really solid at flushing us out of the close angles. If we played further back on B, I think it would have been better. And we just did not play the same game as how we played earlier. Firepower wise, the only person who was shooting was really Fox.
With that, you're gonna have a rematch against Zerance tomorrow in a best of three to try to make playoffs. Does this dramatically affect your perceived game plan for them? Or are we still going to see a Mnmzzz come out, you think, against that squad tomorrow, considering things went well against them but poorly against FURIA?
I don't remember the map bans exactly for them, but it should be kind of similar. I don't think we'll get punished or anything like that. We definitely focus on playing our game a little bit. We go into reading their setups or maybe what they like to do, moving their op around. But in general, we're trying more to play off of the info of the current round, trying to read the util that they're dropping. If they're on Anubis, for instance, if we're probing canals and they block a main early and they commit to dropping their smoke, it's a pretty good read for us that the op isn't towards A. It's probably just the solo rifler, which we can kind of read how they're going to play just off of that. Anubis might come out tomorrow, but we'll definitely be leaning more into our priority map pool. I'll put it I wouldn't necessarily put Anubis as one of our best maps. It looked really bad here, obviously, in this matchup, but honestly, I think it was more of a firepower thing. We'll be doing a lot better tomorrow, even if it comes out again.
So, despite the loss, you can still take solace in the fact that you're a 1-1 record, which is, better than any of this sort of empathy, second string, or not. I don't want to call it second string, but there's always at any Impact Lens has always been CLG/Flycrest Red, and then usually a squad with empathy on it. So you can take some solace in the fact that that squad is 1-1, which is the best that they've ever done. This is your first, however, this is your first Impact Land. How are you enjoying it so far, other than the loss?
ESL has been really awesome to us. Media Day was a lot of fun. We're all having fun. It's a little bit tiring. By the end of the day, everybody's ready to crash, but kind of works out for us if we have early games. Results wise, I'm not looking to just win one game and walk away. Obviously, I want to go far. I kind of view us as a dark horse team because, like you said, Lucy's never won a map on LAN at Impact Finals. But like I said, by dark horse, I could see us winning it all. I wouldn't put us as favorites, but we're almost an unknown quantity. So I think we're kind of scary for some teams, especially the first map. Raven and Serendipity kind of struggled, but we've said this before, all our players are really capable of shooting, so we don't generally have as rough of the game as we had as FURIA. But I think we can be a really scary team to play against, and we kind of showed that against the French team.
Because of your group, you have a whole day ahead of you to prepare to face them again tomorrow, rather than having to face them at the end of today. So with that, 24 hours, what's the priority before we head back into battle?
Yeah, so we actually don't have as much time as you might think because we have a double backer ESCA game tonight that we're playing for playoffs. FlyQuest made playoffs good for them. That's awesome. We want to be matching them or doing even better. So we'll probably go through vetoes, maybe look at the maps that they're playing and look for tendencies and look to repair our own game plans and maybe see what went wrong in the game we just played besides just shooting, because we definitely tried to fall into some setups or things that our coach provided for us, but we were not on the same page.
More broadly, how are you feeling about your career right now? You've come a long way in a relatively short amount of time, only really starting playing Impact last year at the start of 2024. Going from playing with Impact now to being on land with Comets. What's your thoughts on that?
I never really look at it like as a career perspective. I just really enjoy like playing the game. I always have. I've played for like 9 years, like just in ESL leagues with like friends from college and like high school. It's really awesome being here, but this is like I don't want to say not a priority because I do play like a lot of CS and love the game, but like that's really all it is for me. I don't look at it for like a career perspective. It's just like I love playing this game and I love playing with this team. Like I know sometimes we like get a lot of hate and it's made me like not want to play Impact as much, but like I love my teammates. Like I want to like keep playing with them as long as I can.
And with that in mind, do you think this roster is going to continue past this land? I know, obviously, it's some time before we head into season 8. So, do you think this roster is going to stick together after this land? And has that been a discussion? And what's the future looking like?
Nobody has any plans to leave that I know of. I said it to Lisi and like Raven a bunch. I was like, if we don't win here in Dallas, like obviously we do want to win on America's turf. Like I want to be in the finals in Stockholm in November. And I want us to like keep working on our game plan. And everyone seems like super committed, and we all like really love playing with each other. So I don't think anything will change going forward.
All right, that's STX from Supernova Comets. They will be back in action tomorrow as they look to survive in the group stage. Thank you so much for your time.